Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this channel. So this is a channel to support Python programming students in their self-study journey. So if you're already a student in university and you are finding difficulty grasping the different concepts discussed in programming, the logic, and still working on your skills of programming, since this is a skill really, it's not just knowledge that you understand, then this video hopefully will help you. And the target is really first-year university students. And the nice thing about this video is that after the end of the video, you'll have a short quiz, which will be timed to test your understanding. And hopefully this will make you or improve your ability to perform better in quizzes and exams for in university. Now, what I'll cover in this video is input and output, performing different calculations, and also decision and repetition structures like if statements, while loop, for loop, when to use what. So I'll discuss this all in details. And just to let you know that we will learn here to write code from scratch, so you'll not be using any ready-made functions since it's meant for learning. So if you're a student in computer science or engineering or even other related disciplines like biology or business and you're taking this course in programming, you can get your favorite drink to just be more alert, and let's start solving our exercise. So exercise 1 is to write a program that asks the user to enter their name, age, and mobile number. And your program should do the following. 1, you have to check if their mobile number is valid or not. And it's only valid if it's eight digits. So in case it's not valid, which is it's not 8 digits, you have to inform the user to, for example, re-enter a valid number. The program shouldn't run otherwise. We cannot really run the program with an invalid mobile number. The second thing is we have to display to the user if their number is special. So special here means it has 4 repetitive digits. So one of the numbers is repeated 4 times, and we'll take it only if it's consecutively repetitive. And finally, you have to ask the user if they want to rerun the program again by typing Y or N. I wrote the question here as a comment in Visual Studio Code, which is the software that I'm using. You can use other softwares like Sony, which only is easier to download actually. So you can use the other softwares as well. Now, let's see what our program requirements are. So first we have to ask the user to enter their name, age, and mobile number. So I have to have these 3 variables. So name will be a string. Input, enter your name. And then we have the age. I'll put it as an integer since it's a number, but the data type that you choose should be dependent on what kind of processing you'll do. So sometimes you will need it to be string, sometimes you'll need it to be an integer. So we'll cover this in more details in other videos. Enter age, and the same for mobile number. Put number. Now, after asking the user to give us the input or reading it from the user, let's start with the processing of our program. So our program has 3 requirements. Check if their mobile number is valid. And it's valid if it's 8 digits. And we have to inform the user accordingly. So this is one condition we have. So I'll just write it as a comment. I'm going to try to explain things as comments while I'm solving. So we have condition 1. Because we don't want to do any processing if the mobile number is not valid. The other thing is we have to display to the user if their number is special, so that if it has 4 repetitive digits. So this is kind of going to be like our output or the function of our program. Like this is the target or goal of our program really. So we can put it as another condition to display to the user if we have 4 repetitive digits. And then it says to ask the user if they want to rerun the program again by typing Y or no. Now, here, this condition is controlling the whole program. So if he says yes or types Y, it means the whole program, everything I write here should rerun again. And this is why I'll start with this requirement, because it means that my whole program should be inside a loop, since this is a repetitive structure. And this repetitive structure is controlled by a condition, which we can define it as a variable. Let's call it again, or repeats, whatever makes sense with you, which is either Y or N. And initially, I'll put it Y. You can put lowercase, uppercase, and then just control that in your codes. So I initialize again as Y, and I will say while Y, or sorry, while again is equal Y or capital Y, we will ask the user for their name, age, number. So the first time this program is executed, because again is Y, it will enter the while loop. But at the end of the program, we have to ask the user if they want to rerun the program again. So we have to, inside the while at the end, print, do you want to rerun the program again? And actually, I'll not use print here because I want to take the variable, which is here, we assign it to again. So again, int input, it's a string. So again is input, do you want to rerun the program again? If he types Y, we will again, the loop will repeat itself. If he types N, since it's not a condition in the loop, it's a false condition, it will just continue to the next steps, which is the end of our program here. So I finished this condition here. Now let's check their mobile number validity. So after he enters the mobile number, put it here. How can we check if it's valid or not? Now, I really recommend while solving, especially for those that are solving like in a written quiz or written exam, where you don't have this software to really help you to run and debug. So it's better to always put examples, like real examples. Now, number, 8-digit number, we know that the range of an 8-digit number would be from 10 million, sorry, right? So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is an 8-digit number. I just put the commas to, we see the number better. So it's 10 million until 99 million. Just remove the commas here afterwards. So this is an 8-digit number. So 8-digit number range is equal to from 10 million to 99 million. So this should be the condition of a valid number. Now, because we want to tell the user to re-enter if it's invalid, I prefer to make the condition to check validity is to check if it's invalid or not. So here, I'll make a while loop because I want to keep repeating if it's invalid, the question or this line here. So I want to keep asking for the number again and again in case the user is not entering the right number. So while number is less than 10 million, this means it's 7 digits or even less, or So we have to write or here because it cannot be less than 10 million and greater than 99 million at the same time. Or number is greater than 99 million. So this is invalid range. So if it's in either of these ranges, which is invalid, outside our valid range, then you have to ask the user to enter mobile number again, and I can display a message here first, or even inside the same. So I'll just put it here, invalid mobile number, exclamation mark, or even I can write it here, so it's up to you. Now it will keep asking for the number again until he enters a correct number. Then we will actually goes outside the loop and continues the program. So we finished with checking the validity of 8-digit number. Now we want to display to the user if their number is special. So it should have 4 repetitive digits. So let's take examples again. For example, a special number would be 1, 2, like 5, 5, 5, 3, 2. So this is an 8-digit number, and it has 5 repeated 4 times, somewhere in the middle of a number. So how can we find out that there are 4 numbers, 4 digits in this number that are similar? So this requires some thinking, but it's clear for you that you first have to extract or know how to extract each digit so you're able to compare them. So for this, we will need to use some operators like the remainder operator and maybe also integer division to do this. And this is very common method, especially if you want to extract digits from a number. So let's take digit 1. Let's say we want to take the first digit, and then we want to compare it to the next digit. If they are equal, then we have a potentially special number, and we have to do something based on that. And if they're not, then we have to select this digit now, which will be our reference, and then, compare it to the next digits. So we can call this D1 or D reference. And at the beginning, I'll take it as if it's the first digit. And to take this digit, we just have to put mobile or number, which is our variable, and take the remainder after we divide by 10. So the remainder here will be 2, which is the first digit, and that's what I want to do. So select first digit. Let me just put this away. Now we have a number here, an integer number, and we know it's always going to be 8 digits because this is a requirement of our program. So, and we want to check each digit here. So we need a repetitive structure, we need a loop, and we can choose a for loop here because we know how many iterations do we need, unlike here or here. So here we don't know how many iterations, we don't have a range. We have a condition, and based on that condition, it will loop or not. So here we have a range, so we can make a for loop. So for I in range of, so we have 8 digits. However, because we are selecting the first digit already from outside the loop, we only have 7 digits remaining. So we do have 7 comparisons only, so I'll just put 7. Now, in this remaining 7 digits, I want to select the next digit. So here I can write digit is equal to the number. Now, to select this digit, I first have to get rid of the 2. So I have to change the number or update it. is equal to a number, to only this. So here I will use integer division, so I can just have this whole integer here. So integer division is double slash and then 10 backslash. Then I can select the digits, which will be here 3. When I divide this number by 10, the remainder will be 3. So here, in this line, I will have 2. So dref is equal to 2. And in this line, the mobile number will become equal to 125553. And in this line, d will be equal to 3. So now after I got 3, now we have to do the comparison, right? We want to see if 3 is equal to a reference 2. So here, when we need to do a comparison, you have to do the if statement. So you need an if condition. So if dref is equal d, which is the current digit, what do we do? So if they're equal, that means we have a repetition. So we can store this in an accumulator variable. So we can call it repeat. And repeat will add 1 to repeat. So we can write repeat is equal to repeat plus 1, or in this way. And we do have to initialize repeat, which is 0. Here, actually, we have a 5. Now, the repeat at the beginning is 0, and our condition that our number has 4 repetitive digits. But actually, in this code, what it will check, so it will select a digit and we'll see if it's repeated. So it will only, if it's repeated 3 times, it means it has 4 repetitive digits. So just to keep this in mind, so later when we do the condition, if the number is special or not, it will not be that it's repeated 4 times, it means it's repeated 3 times. So once a number is detected, we should check if it's repeated 3 times. But anyways, now here we're just recording the repetition time. What about if it's not equal, like in this case? What do we want to do? So here 2 and 3 are not equal. So what do we want to do? What we want to do is, since we already compared these two, now we want to compare the next two, and then the next two, and so on. So we have to update the reference to be d. And then we can again iterate with a new reference each time. So now it will run again and again, and we will have repeat to be a certain number of repetitions. So here, if, for example, we have this number, it should be special, right? Because 5 is repeated 5 times. So here, let's check if, so outside the loop, if repeat is greater than or equal to 3, so if the number is repeated 3 times or more, it means there are 4 numbers, 4 digits of the same number. So we'll print your mobile number is special. And then it will check if the user wants to rerun the program or not. Now I'll also show you here, I'm gonna put a breaking point and I will run it while debugging the program to show you the variables, how they change. So let's run this. So let's put Sarah, her name, age is 23. And let's try an invalid number, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it says invalid. Let's try like 7 digits. It's invalid. Let's try 9 digits. Also invalid. Now let me put 8 digits. So here, because I'm debugging, so it stops at this point. So I wanted to show you what is the number of repeats for this number. So here it's 0. So no, not any number was repeated. So the final value of repeat will be 0, so it will not enter this if statement. So I'll just continue. Do you want to rerun the program? So let's put yes. Let's again put Zara, 23. Now mobile number, I'll put a special number. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. This is an 8-digit number. Yeah. Again, it's just to show you here what is the value of repeat. So it's 3 times. It means it detected 4 and it saw that it's repeated 3 times, which in total there are 4 fours basically. And then your mobile number is special. Do you want to rerun the program? So this is how is the program. If I'm done, I just put N and it should stop. So actually there is a mistake in the program because when I typed N, it was still running again. And here I forgot, I hope you also spotted this mistake, to put the variable again. So I have to write again is equal to y or again is equal y. So that was just like a typo. So now if I run again, so I can put Sara 23 and let's put a repetitive number. Your mobile number is special. Do you want to run again? No. So it will stop. So that's how we solve this exercise. So here's a quiz for you to test yourself. So you can find the link of the quiz in the description box. It's just 5 minutes and it will be timed. So once you click, it will start automatically. And the platform I'm using is called Plexi Quiz. So test yourself. There's also detailed feedback and it will show you your mistake. And thank you for watching. I hope this video is useful. And if you have any certain topics that you want me to make videos about in programming, you can write them in the comments. And hopefully there will be more videos coming soon. مع السلامة.